there, welcome and thank you for joining us on the Bourgeoisie show. My name is Ehi Iriane. I'm your host. Today we're talking about the topic that affects every one of us, all men are dogs. Where did that come from? Where did we get the idea that all men are dogs from? Today I have some very good friends of mine on the show, Tosin Adesiga, Nika Motashow, and Adam Mari. We're going to be hearing from them different perspectives on where the idea of all men and dogs came from. So what do you guys think? Like, is it a myth? Is it an idea? Where did it come from?
I think it's more of a myth, and I think it's being generated by women, like from the past, from their past experiences. And I mean, at some point, like most women have been cheated on, so it's kind of like so common now to find men cheating. So it's like I'm not gonna say it's not much of a big deal, but it's almost becoming normal, even though it's not supposed to be. So I mean, it's almost getting acceptable, like all men are dogs.
Okay, Adam, you agree or disagree? All men are dogs.
I have to disagree.
Okay.
I believe this because personally, I know I'm not a dog. last time I checked, I wasn't digging in the yard, pulling my bones or anything. And I look at it as there has been a history of infidelity, especially among men with a lot of influence. I mean, it's just a historical fact that throughout history, men who had the opportunity to cheat, who were, shall we say, of a particular social standing, oftentimes did. You see it with politicians, you see it with CEOs of businesses, you see it with affluent lawyers, and the fact of the matter is, for a lot of them, it's the opportunity. But that's not to say that every single man is unfaithful. It just so happens that I have what I like to call my 2 to 10 rule. For every 10 women that complain about an unfaithful man, they're probably complaining about the same 2 guys. Because the 2 guys are the ones getting around, and the good men, the one who aren't cheating, are meeting the women one by one. So obviously, if you consider the spread out of some of these guys who are cheating, they're obviously going to be meeting and impacting more women than the men who don't.
Why don't we hear the same for women, Tosin? Do you think women cheat as well? Like, we tend to hear more, he cheated on me. Like, it's so rampant for guys, but do you think women cheat as much as...
I think 2 things. I think one, if women are gonna cheat, they're generally smarter about it. Okay. To be perfectly honest, they're not gonna take their time. And like a man sees a woman, and I think is very basic about going about trying to get with her. A woman would be a lot more suave about it. Make sure her husband or her boyfriend or significant other is nowhere near. Like, there's no connection. There's no possible connection. From what I've read in my experience, that's what seems to happen.
Actually, I don't think women actually go out of their way to cheat. I think most times women cheat because maybe they've been cheated on by their partners, and it's just like a way of getting back. And I find that most times women cheat on people that are actually nearby. They don't have to go all the way up and go out of the region or whatever.
So how do women cheat though? You have to get approached by a guy to say, okay, I like you, and maybe he'll have to flirt with you.
No,
I know it does go the other way around, but...
Yeah, but I think, it doesn't have to be someone who's in a different geographical region. It could be someone you work with at work, but you're going to make sure your husband never, ever, for any reason, comes anywhere near them. A man who's sleeping with a secretary is still going to have his wife come to work. It's still going to, because I think most men just aren't, let's take Tiger Woods, for example. If you're a world-renowned athlete and you sleep with hundreds of women or whatever it is, somebody's eventually one day going to come out and say, hey, I slept with Tiger Woods, I could make a lot of money. He doesn't think like that. A world-renowned woman, a famous politician or something who's cheating on her husband, is not going to go sleep with 10 different guys because she's going to know that, hey, these guys can come out and try and make some money off of me. Okay, so maybe she finds one who's probably also rich and doesn't need the money and sleeps with him. But
Adam, what do you have to say about that?
Well,
he's saying that ladies are generally smarter with it.
I would definitely agree with that. I mean, if anyone has ever watched one of those talk shows where they have these women coming on saying that, oh no, this baby might not be his or anything else, think about the effort that goes into that type of deception. I mean, if a man cheats on a woman, the woman may never, his wife or his girlfriend may never meet the other woman. She may never see any children that she has with him. She may never see anything that happens with them unless, in some way, shape, or form, there's evidence left behind or they meet up. When a woman cheats on a man, and say, for example, she gets pregnant by the other man, then first of all, she's hiding the infidelity. Secondly, she's hiding the fact that the baby may not be his. And then even after the child is born, unless the 2 guys are 2 different races, there's almost no way he'll be able to tell whether or not it's his or not. and then maybe 5 or 6 years later the kid gets a disease and all of a sudden they have to test it. Oh, guess what? You're not the father. I mean, that takes effort and skill. Not necessarily the type of skill that most guys will have. I mean, for us, it's mostly if a guy's gonna cheat or whatever, he mostly just tells the other woman, "Don't come around here."
No, but doesn't it happen the other way around? Can a guy have a marriage for 10 years? I know a couple of guys who tell you, "I'm not married," and they've been married for 10 years. And so they're dating somebody in Toronto and they have a wife back in Nigeria. Haven't you heard something like that before?
Yeah, that's
and guys are good at hiding it too.
Yeah.
So
well, the difference is the guy doesn't bring it home. That's the big difference. Because all of his indiscretions are out and away from his home space. If that makes any sense.
Right. Okay. So do you think it's a mindset that people are having that all men are dogs and women, for example, do you think it's a mindset that women have that all men are dogs, hence they're meeting dogs?
Not necessarily. Like I mean, it's possible. I mean, like it's a mindset, anyways. Like not all men are dogs, like definitely. Right. But like I mean, at the end of the day, like it's like almost like often like it's almost 100% man's gonna cheat. Like it's almost expected. Like it's almost expected.
It's almost
at some point, like even just I'm talking to another girl, like I'm hiding away from your girlfriend or your wife. It's cheating. So I mean, it's almost gonna happen. Like it's almost expected.
Women do that way more than men.
No. I think men do it ever so often because they don't know how to say no. Like they get so.
I'm gonna pounce on this one.
Yeah.
As a male.
Yeah.
With parts, what I'd have to say is that all men don't cheat. I know in my history I have a spotless record. I've never cheated on any of the women that I've dated, and I've been with women for a long, long time. And that includes situations where you're not exactly doing certain things. You know what I mean?
Certain things.
Certain things, exactly. And so, I mean, being faithful is possible. For men to be able to not cheat, it is possible. The thing is, you have to look at it this way. For me, I guess it also depends on your definition of cheating. I look at it this way. If you're doing anything with somebody that you would normally do with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you are ashamed to tell your boyfriend or your girlfriend about it, there's some sort of infidelity going on there. So this includes, you can hug a lot. I hug a lot of people.
But you don't have intentions.
Exactly.
Let's talk about emotional cheating.
Oh, women do that all the time. All the time.
Does that hurt anybody?
Most women, I think for me, women are generally more emotional than men. Men are generally more physical than women. So if it hurts you that I go and sleep with someone else, then it would hurt me if you talk to someone else on the phone.
No way.
Late at night,
so
before you go to bed.
So if I fantasize about somebody, that would be considered emotional cheating, obviously.
I think so.
It would be just as hurt as if I slept with somebody?
To me, you're already well on the way there. You might as well just go ahead and finish the act.
Well, see, that depends on who it is, though. I mean, if she's fantasizing about Tay Diggs, chances are she's not going to be with Tay Diggs.
Well, yeah, no.
I mean, I think about Tyra Banks all the time.
Yeah, sure. But that's like me saying, if someone came up to you and said, my boyfriend cheated on me with like Tyra Banks because he was thinking about her, like that's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's someone who is accessible to you
and
like you talk to all the time instead of talking because your boyfriend doesn't fulfill whatever need that you have. And for me, that's just as bad as a man going out and sleeping with another woman. I also think that the good things that happen in the world generally aren't talked about.
Right.
Because it's expected that, no one talks about people being married 35 years and that's news.
Sure.
No one cares. But the minute the man cheats on his wife, then it's like, okay, that's news. So that's all we hear about. We don't hear about, my parents are married for 26 years. They've never, I'm 100% sure.
Right. So now, would you say, is that okay? As a man, if a woman cheats on you, how far can you go?
I think everybody makes mistakes, right? So it's, I don't think that that's a defining thing in a relationship. I think more so the things that surround it. If you cheated on me, I had a child with someone else and kept it from me for 6 years, and then I found out, the lying would be much worse than the fact that you slept with someone else and made that mistake. And then the things leading up to you sleeping with someone else, like.
So you would forgive a cheater?
It depends. It depends on how long the conversations were going on, how long I was in the dark. It depends. I think every situation is different.
What if she cheated on you and she told you about it, Adam?
Oh, see, that's happened to me before. And I gave her walking papers. I'll tell you why. Because you can only trust somebody so much. if the fact of the matter is, if I have to always have in the back of my mind that I have to worry about whether I'm giving her enough flowers or seeing her enough because she might cheat on me, as opposed to just letting me know that she's feeling ignored, then obviously the relationship is no good because there's no trust. There has to be trust. And if I feel like someone else is going to a place that is supposed to be mine and mine alone, then that's not just disrespect of the relationship, but that's disrespect for my feelings and who I am as a person. Because if she knows that I'm a loyal person, then I would expect that loyalty to be returned. And if you can't be loyal, I can't trust you. Why am I with you?
Right. Okay. Well said. Very well said, guys. Thank you so much for being on the show, Tosin, Nike, and Adam. It was a pleasure having you guys. Thank you so much for watching, viewers at home. As you have learned, not all men are dogs. There's some cats out there. And there's a few good men. Just be on the watch. You just might find one. Thank you for watching the Bourgeoisie Show. Once again, you can check out our website on www.tafikalive.com. Have a good day. Have you heard before that all men are dogs? Have you heard that statement before?
Yes, I have.
You heard before that all men are dogs?
Yes. No.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
Do you believe that? Do you believe it?
Not all men. I'd say a lot of them. Yeah.
Would you ever take a cheater back if he cheated on you?
It depends on the situation, I guess.
And have you guys ever been cheated on before?
Yes.
What about you?
No.
You heard before that all men are dogs?
Yes.
Do you believe it?
No.
Why so?
Because I'm not a dog.
Okay, have you ever cheated on a woman before?
Yes.
They're scumbags sometimes, and even nice guys have like tendencies. So yeah, I would say yes.
You think all men are dogs?
No, I don't think all men are dogs.
Why not?
Because I know a couple that are not dogs.
People saying that every man is a dog.
Oh, okay, yes. I heard that. Obviously, I'm a girl.
Yeah. Do you believe it?
Not really. Not really. But you know what? I believe the men are just men. But and I believe when they really love a woman, they won't do anything to hurt her.
Have you heard the statement all men are dogs? Have you heard that before?
All men are what?
All men are dogs.
All men. Dogs are the most faithful element to mankind. We are very faithful.
These are the top 10 ways to spice up your relationship. Number 10, learn something new about each other. So learn a new language, learn a new hobby, do something together. Number 9, go shopping, update your wardrobe. That way you can help him try on his stuff, he can help you fit on his stuff, and you guys can get bonding together. Number 8, be spontaneous. There are no rules, just guidelines. So be spontaneous, try something fun and spontaneous. Number 7, travel together. There's something like magic when you go somewhere different together. Like you see a different side of them in a different place or different country. So travel. Number 6, share a fantasy. I'm just gonna leave that one with you guys. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but share a fantasy. So fantasize and share it. Number 5, send a text, send an email, send something, do something small because it's the small little things that count. Number 4, get him or her in lip lock. Share some intimate gestures and it will get you guys closer. Number 3, surprise him or her at work. You would be surprised how far you can go when you think of small little creative things you can do like that. So surprise him, show up at his workplace and just surprise him. He'll be very happy you thought of outside the box. Number 2, do not sweat the small stuff. Life is not that serious to sweat the small stuff. Because trust me, you would have bigger problems and you would know. So don't sweat the small stuff. Let it go. Number 1, spend quality time together. Spend time together. This is the most important thing because that's the only way you can get to know each other. That's the only way the relationship can grow. Spend time together. And most importantly, have fun and stay a bourgeois. Thank you for watching.